What's going on YouTube? Great Scott Breaks with another video. Really been chugging along, man. I usually take the weekends. Today is Sunday. I usually take the weekends and I record multiple videos and then I post them throughout the week. At least that's what I'm trying to do. But anyways, today's video is from CGC. This is the last grading company. I did do an upload of SGC, a couple of those I think. I did some Arena Club, but my top three for grading, PSA, SGC, and CGC. Those are my top three picks. So far, I've gone with a lot of other grading, GMA grading, and I mean, I could go on and on and on for various things. And there are certain reasons why I choose certain companies. And some of it is the type of card. So, for example, if I'm grading like One Piece cards, if a particular grader won't grade One Piece, then obviously you can't use them. And then obviously price is important to me as well. But anyhow, this is going to be my first video for CGC. I got these back yesterday. I opened them up. I already knew what the grades were. I submitted a lot of 2016 cards in this batch. These are all Pokemon, and so I was already aware. I checked, and I'm upfront with you guys. When I do a true reaction video, if I know the grades or not, I'm going to let you know. All the ones prior to this didn't know what the grades are. These ones I went ahead and peeked because I was just too curious. It took a long time for me to get these back. So just to give you just a little bit of insight, you would have to go back and check my last SGC video, how long ago that was. But I sent off CGC, a batch to CGC and to SGC on the same exact day. I already had all the SGC cards graded. They shipped them back, and they hadn't even started the process of grading for CGC. So it took longer to get my CGC. So far, the fastest turnaround time that I've had with PSA, SGC, and CGC is going to be with SGC. They have been the fastest turnaround time, and I've gotten pretty good results from them. Anyways, this is going to be a more critical video, in my opinion, because let's just get right into it. I'm going to give you my thoughts, and some of this is going to be absolutely brutal. It hurts me. It hurts me. But let's just get right into it. This one right here. Let's go. A 5.5. This is from 1999. This is a Snorlax Holo from Jungle, and it got a 5.5. So this particular card, just give you a little background on this one. One of the discords that I'm in, there's various Pokemon discords and stuff. Somebody put this up for sale, and I went ahead and bought the Snorlax, and I bought one more. Not a Snorlax, but a different one. But right off the bat, we look at this card, and obviously we're not looking at it with a magnifier, but the card, as far as the centering, I mean honestly, and you give me your honest opinion, if you're like a grade stickler like I can be, to be honest with you, I'm not sitting here inspecting them with a magnification, I'm not putting it under a scope or anything. I'm looking at it. I'll wipe them down with a microfiber cloth, and I'm just making sure that there's no creases, there's no bends, tears. The corners look decent, and the centering looks decent. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. And this card did not look too bad for me. So a 5.5, I was a bit shocked. And so I'm really curious. There is no subgrading. Let's take a look at the back. There's no subgrading for CGC. And I like to have subgrading. That's cool. But it just gives you a little bit of insight. Now, on the back of this card, I can see a little bit of edging, if you want to call that, just a little bit of mark, or that separation on these corners. Some of these edges on the older Pokemon cards, just like any card, they'll get kind of like I don't know what it is. It's like a little rough edge, right? And so I kind of see a little tiny bit of a rough edge, maybe on the back. I always feel like they're more apparent on the back. It's harder to see on the yellow. But anyhow, the front doesn't look bad. It has some surface scratches in the holo itself that I can see. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. A 5.5, that's crazy. I'm not complaining. It is what it is. But I definitely would not have submitted this if I knew it was going to get a 5.5. Now, it is vintage, right? It is 1999. So I'm okay with lower grades, but a 5.5, oof, that's rough. I actually see a little smear right here on the back of that card. I don't remember seeing that. But anyhow, so I think the lesson for me and for you guys learning through my trials over here is with the older cards, I think we just got to inspect them a lot more carefully. Put them under the magnification, check it out. Let's just make sure that they're good. So, anyways, I spent a ton of time on this card. This was my biggest disappointment right here. I was, man, a 5.5 is rough. But anyhow, yeah. Do we crack the slab open and I don't even know. A 5.5. I mean, you could probably sell this card more raw than you could at a 5.5. So that's unfortunate. But anyways, okay, we're gonna put that off to the side. Let's go to the next one. Next card. Ooh, going to be the Chansey. This is from Twilight Masquerade. Not an extremely valuable card, but it's a fan favorite. I just like all the different Pokemon. You got Chansey, you got the Bellsprout, Psyduck in there, Ditto. These Snorlax is back there. But anyhow, 8.5 on that. I usually like to get 9s and above. You know, for the modern Pokemon stuff, I'm looking for 9s and above. There's a lot of debris on these cases, by the way. I just kind of gotta find the microfiber cloth. I have several of them somewhere around here. It's like whatever I need at the moment, it's never here. But anyways, it is what it is. Anyhow, all right. 8.5, a little bit disappointed on that. Honestly, I can't find anything wrong with the card. I think the centering looks really good. Maybe just a tiny bit thin on the bottom, but other than that, I don't know if that would put it at an 8.5. The corners are great. The back centering looks pretty good to me. The surface looks really good. I mean, I don't see any blemishes or anything on that, but anyhow, 8.5. 8.5. CGC called it 8.5. Next card. This is going to be from 2016. This is from Pokemon Evolutions. I did a couple ETBs for Evolutions. I did the Blastoise box and the Charizard box. I did both of them. So these cards, other than the Snorlax, I did not open the Snorlax. That's from Jungle. But from the Evolutions, I opened all these myself. So they literally went from pack to penny sleeve top loader to the grading company. And we've got an 8 for that. This one is Mew on the holo, card number 53. Still a cool looking card. But yeah, unfortunately, it is an 8. Alrighty, next one. Another 8. This is going to be Pikachu reverse holo. This is from Evolutions. This is card number 35 on the 8. And another Clefairy. Same thing. It's going to be a holo. It's going to be from Evolutions. It's card number 63. And that is also an 8. Again, looking at this, I don't see really, I mean, it looks really nice. The holo looks good. There's some of those holo, those foil lines in there, and I don't know if CGC counts. And guys, let me know if any of you guys grade with CGC or any other grading company. Again, I haven't been grading Pokemon cards for very long. I'm really an old school sports cards guy mainly before I was doing Pokemon. So Pokemon does have some lines sometimes that go across in the foil, and I don't know if CGC considers that, you know, like a blemish. But other than that, the corners look really good. Centering looks pretty decent. I do see a little edge wear on the bottom there. That's all I can see, just visually. All right, 8 on that one. What do we get on this one? We've got another 8. This is also from Evolutions. This is Gyarados card number 34, and it is a holo. Really cool looking card. Really cool looking card. This was just more of like a favorite. You know, a lot of the older stuff, if I like the card, I usually send it off. I mean, obviously value is important if you guys are trying to sell. Typically, what I'm looking for is a card has to be worth a minimum of $60 for me to grade. So if a grade 9 is at least $60, that's usually what my own personal preference is. You know, if a card is only going to be worth, you know, $20 graded or something like that, it's just not worth it. So I try to shoot for a card that's at least $60 at a 9, and I usually send those in. Or it's got to be a fan favorite. It's got to be something I personally like, and there you have it. So we've got an 8. Man, rough on the Evolutions, you know. I know the print quality back then wasn't that great. I mean, that's not my fault. That is literally how, I mean, you should see some of the cards that I mean, the print quality was so much worse back then than it was today. Yeah, again, I don't know how that's viewed as well, you know. Oh, we finally got a 9. We broke the 8 barrier. This one's also from Evolutions. This is a Machamp. This is card 59. Reverse holo as a 9. Again, trying to just get some a little bit older stock, you know. All right, next one. We've got a Lapras here, 9.5. This is from Crown Zenith. I mean, just a fan favorite for me. Beautiful card. Absolutely beautiful card. Again, just a lot of debris on these cases here, but this is GG05. Looks pretty awesome. 9.5. 9.5 on that. There's the back. Well, looks pretty cool. I mean, beautiful card, man. I mean, the water. I mean, if you just pay attention to some of these details down there, you probably can't see it because of all the camera and the shine, but a lot of cool little detail in that card. 9.5. Next one. Oh, yeah. This one, absolutely fan favorite for me. It's got the space stuff in there, the sci-fi stuff. This is Deoxys VMAX. This is from Crown Zenith as well. GG45 is the card number. On a 9.5. Man, I wish it was a 10. I mean, the texture is beautiful. Centering looks really good. Back looks great. It's just, it's tough. It has been tough. This CGC run was tough. 9.5. But I've never seen a Pokemon card like this ever. Ever. I mean, it's just unique. It's absolutely unique. And again, fan favorite. We're going to go ahead and send that off for grading just because I like it. Oof. 6.5. This is a 2016 promo. This is card number XY143. And it's a Magikarp, little shiny Magikarp holo. I thought that these cards looked really, really cool. And I actually bought 3 of them. I did not get these myself. I bought them from TCG Player. And bought them in near mint condition. So just to give you a little background on there, again, they came from TCG Player. Obviously, there's various sellers on there that you can buy from when you're buying cards. But yeah, selling it as like premium, you know, it still comes back as a 6.5. I was very careful with the card. And again, I don't see anything massively wrong. I see some edging a little bit, maybe, but that's about it. Anyhow, we've got 3 of those, by the way. So that's a 6.5. That's going to be the worst one. Then we step it up to a 7.5. And let's go ahead and take a look at the last one. That's going to be an 8. So unfortunately, you know, again, I'd like to have the grade a little bit higher, but it is what it is. CGC saw it that way. I just wish I had a little bit more context. That was all. But a lesson for me, I can't do anything about that. The lesson for me and what I can do is just be more critical on these cards that are older. Because really that's all it is. I don't have any issues with the grades. Here's a 10. But I think for the older, more vintage, or even from Evolutions and back, 2016, I mean, we just got to inspect the cards better. Tatsugiri right here, this is from Twilight Masquerade, card number 186. Not the most valuable card at all, but it is a fan favorite. This is my favorite pull of the entire set. The artwork on this, absolutely unique. The colors, everything about it, it's just completely unique. It's another one, just like that Deoxys with the alien spaceship and the beam and all. I mean, it's just absolutely awesome. Love it. And finally, guys, if you want to take a look, this one is different. You'll notice, one, it's Japanese card. It's got the Japanese back on it, but you'll notice that the labels are also different. And what does that mean? What does that mean? You get what is called a black label, pristine 10. Absolutely flawless card. This is a Dark Gyarados from 2021. This is the Japanese 25th anniversary promo packs. Those are a little bit more pricey, but they just look really awesome. Yeah, I know I've got my light up there. Let me move that light. Maybe that's a little bit better. It doesn't really help. You still see the ring right there. Anyways, trying to just let you guys see the details on there. But anyhow, I'm glad that we were able to get one. Maybe they felt bad for me, and they're like, man, this guy's got a 5.5 in here. Like, you know, we got to hook him up. I know that's not, that's just me being funny, but anyways, this is card number 5. There's only 25 cards in this set, by the way, in the 25th, and it looks really cool. Thought it was great. Anyways, that was the CGC run. We got a pristine 10, which is awesome, and then we only had one 10. So there's my 2 10s, and here is my stack of everything else. Running back through real quick. Obviously, we've got the 3 Magikarps. Guys, if there's any of these that you are interested in or that you really like, feel free to hit me up. Join the Discord. That is the only thing that I really promote on the channel, and I see it every single video. So if you're a repeat viewer, you hear me say it all the time. If any of these look interesting to you, please let me know. Join the Discord. It's the easiest way to get a hold of me, and I appreciate it. Link should be in the video description itself and also in the channel description. Anyhow, guys, that's my CGC run. Again, I'm not. It's nothing against CGC at all. I think just a lesson for myself and for you guys. If you're going to go with older cards, we just got to inspect those. We got to inspect them better. I got to get my magnifier out, which I do. It's down in my basement somewhere in a box. I've had a couple of those things. Magnify this. Some people call it a microscope. It is not a microscope, by the way. It is a magnification digital scope. That's basically what it is. So anyhow, people are not looking at these with microscopes. You are looking at these with magnifiers. So anyways, technical detail there, but I appreciate you guys. I will be posting this here shortly. If you guys have any comments, please leave a comment. Again, join the Discord. Let me know. But here, CGC. I think the only thing that we have not posted on this channel yet is PSA. I will do a couple PSA videos. I actually just got a couple of autographs. I got a couple Gengars that were signed by the voice actor. And I'm really excited to be getting those. And I will probably send those off to PSA just because they're amazing. So, there was one more card that I had in here that I put to the side, and that is this one. This is the Growlithe, and I put it aside intentionally. This came with the same batch, by the way. This card is just another favorite, right? And I wanted to show you this because from SGC, if you guys were unfamiliar with this, this is from Crimson Haze. Both of these cards are from Crimson Haze, and they're actually paired together. So if you did not know, this card with the Growlithe is, for you photography people, the Growlithe's face is in the camera lens. So these actually go together. The legs that you see here are her legs. That's her legs. That's the Growlithe. The Growlithe's face is in the camera. Don't know if you can see it or not. Anyhow, really, really cool, and I got them both in 10s. Unfortunately, one is just SGC and one is CGC, but anyways, that's it. That's the last one. Wanted to show you that. Kind of cool. Cool little things like that I really enjoy. Anyways, I've been blabbing on. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.